So I'm finally back from watching the movie Osamede. Let me tell you the saga that it was to watch this film because I went earlier in the week and the cinema hall that I went to, the subtitle, they were only showing like half of the subtitles. So if let's say the line is my Indomie is ready in the fire, it will be my Indomie is ready, and then in the fire you won't see it. So they will just be leaving out dialogue. And so I basically now have to go and find a whole other cinema to watch it in today, which is how I've been able to finally watch this movie. And now I have notes, and we're going to talk about it. We'll talk as usual with spoilers in a second, but I will first start off by telling you about the non-spoilers, which I'm going to keep very short so that you kind of don't know much more than what I'm about to tell you. And I'll keep the non-spoilers very, very non-spoiler. All I just need to tell you before you enter this cinema is that this film, if you have seen the advertisement and you're expecting bing, 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 bring your chest down. Bring your chest down. This film is a lot more of an odyssey. That is. So if you're thinking, right, I thought from the trailer that it would be a story of Osamede, warrior, chosen one, battling for the people of Edo. It's more of a she gets the power and then she goes on a journey to Iyamu, and then on that journey things happen. So just know that, like, and that's not really a spoiler. I think it's kind of in the trailer, but I just need to know that exercise patience. This film is not that fast paced, boom, 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 boom. It's a calm rest. I would tell you that so that I wish somebody had told me that so that I would have entered it maybe with different expectations. And now let's talk about the actual movie itself. There's a lot that I want to talk about with this movie. So without further ado, let's just get into spoilers. You can save this video and come back later after you watch the movie so that you're not missing out on anything. You can go and watch it and then come back. But for those of us that have watched it, spoilers ahead. Let's get into it. The first thing that I want to talk about is the story's growth. I liked that it started off, Osamede's story with her and her father and her friends, and we kind of see their micro life before they then zoom out into showing, like, the colonization and the pain that they're enduring. I just liked it so that we can actually first ground these characters and start liking them before we now know more about what they are going through. Then the biggest theme of this movie is abuse, is defiance in the face of abuse. Because it opens with the woman with the cut eye. We see they're flogging Osamede, they are flogging Etinosa's character's brother. We see the way that they're overworking the people. There's so much abuse in this. And on two accounts, Osamede is told about defiance, and the word defiance is used. Like Nosa tells her, defiance leads to death. And at another point that her father says, don't defy me. But you can tell in this movie that it's the message is that defiance sometimes is needed. Like, you need to stand up and be brave and defy the odds when you need to, especially in the face of abuse. So I love that theme is so strong in the movie, and that's such a powerful theme. And it's like my best part of this film. That I'm taking away from it. Then the next thing I'll talk about is Osamede and the act that is the character of Osamede. Starting, of course, with Ivie Okujaye's acting. I've not seen Ivie in a while, and what a return to screen this is. Ivie Okujaye, she devoured this role. Like, she was so good in it, and I hope this is a vehicle for more opportunities for her, because as good as she was all these years ago when she was a lot more popular, she is just as good. Like, she really did such a good job. Then I wrote on a personal level, I said, until we see sexual violence against women, the film don't start. It's so, because it always every time we need to show that a man is really bad, and we know that there's men that really always that do sexual violence against women. It's just something that I'm so aware of, that in film, to really emphasize a bad man, he must be doing sexual violence against women. I know this happens, but I'm just like, I wish, because by showing sexual violence against women all the time, I don't even know if it's helping women. Like, I just I don't, because it's not the sexual violence that the threat of sexual violence is what now unlocks her power for the first time. And I was like, I don't have anything against that. I'm just like, because I just watched a movie recently, 2 weeks against sexual violence. Then the next thing that I wrote was the AI dream sequence when Lancelot, Emaswen's character, is showing her. Is it Emaswen? Emaswen's character is showing her, like, the story of how she got here. That AI dream sequence, the AI anti-AI in me was like, people did not need to use AI for this. You could have gotten a human editor, but I'm sure it's the human editor that not even use the AI. What? I can't even, this AI don't can't take over, Sha. Next thing I wrote was predestined. Why is it that, if you can't tell me say you're predestined to save other people, what if my dream is just to be an accountant by day, a film watcher by night? Like, must I be the chosen one? And then the second part was when her mother is not telling her, like, you're destined to save the other people with your superpower. I said, if you have superpowers, why stop at Edu? Why not save Nigeria? Save the world. If you really have superpowers, why is it only a day of your saving? Please come and save the rest of us. So then I said that her powers were kind of up and down because at the beginning, when Nusas gets betrayed by the British people's men that come, and then um, Osamede now comes out and she has her power and she like brings them all down. I'm like, oh, Osamede, you mastered your power quick. But then later on, we now see that she does not really have mastering of the power. She doesn't even know how to use it. I'm like, so what? That scene that you now really were like a bossette, like a real boss. You did it. What was that? If you now still don't know how to use the power and you're like, you don't even know how to activate it, you don't know what to. I was like, oh, that's so interesting. And then when her mother now told her after Iyase almost tried to kill her at the end, she now comes back and she's just really good at the power. I'm like, this is a power now, off and on. That you know how to use it and you don't know how to use it. The next person I'll talk about is Iyase. That Iyase's right hand man, when he broke him out of jail, I said, so all this time he could have broken me out of jail. That man really is a traitor. Like, he broke him out one time. And I said, it has been 21 years and it's now you're breaking me out. Be so real. And then I said, why are you killing your own people if you want to liberate the Edo people? Like, Iyase was just a piece of crap, man. And that brings me to the next character I want to talk about. Not the piece of crap, just characters. Nosa. When they knock Nosa for head, and then Osamede was like, get up! Get up! I said, now this one knock for your head. Where you be like, say the boy don't die. But that Nosa's acting, the actor, I don't know this actor, I've never seen him before. His acting was taking me out. Am I the only person? And I hope if the actor is seeing this, don't take this in it. But just don't take it in the wrong way. I say, God beg you. But that acting, get us. It's like the acting was off and on. This is how I can describe it to you. It's like he would deliver the line and then go back to his normal face. So let's say the line is something like, I need to come and rescue you, right? In a way of peril. It would be like, I need to come and rescue you. Why are you Osamede? I know, obviously, I'm not very good. I'm not an actor, but like it would be that, like, and sometimes to the way he would be walking, like he would say the line, like, "Where are you coming from? What do you mean by that?" It was so. If you watch this movie, please, am I the only person that was taking? No, sir, that actor was taking me out. Like, especially in contrast to Ivie Okujaye and like Iyase, like that actor, all people that are really acting, his acting really stood out to me, and not in a positive way. I'm so sorry if you're the actor watching, but I don't. He's not saying he was completely bad. There were parts that he was good, but as I said, it's like he's off and on. But maybe it's just like his resting face is so prominent that when he even emotes, it comes back to his resting face, and he emotes, then it comes back to his resting face. I was just, am I the only person? Please, I feel like a jackass saying it, but am I the only person that noticed this? Next thing I want to talk about, the final set of people are the British actors. Those actors were some of the, well, I would say maybe accent barrier, different language style, and all those things maybe were the hindrances because they were the worst actors in this film to me. If you talk about people that really took me out, sometimes it was the colonizers, the actors that were the colonizers. Oh, their acting was something from the pit of hell. But you know what? At least they were able to deliver what we needed to see, right? So I can't even be too hard on them. And language barrier, all those things. So maybe, and they did their best. They did their best. So let's not be like, say, I just could they can't yap them. On a try, but of every actor in this, they were the weakest links. If you do not know who I am, I'll be watching this whole video. My name is VDK. I make movie bingo cards, which you can find on my Substack, vdkfilmclub.substack.com, and I also talk about movies. Final thoughts about Osamede. It's not what I thought it was going to be. I'm not gonna lie, give you. I thought it was going to be a lot more fast paced, a lot more thrilling, a lot more gang. Like, she uses her power like all of what, 3 times or 2 times in this whole film. I just thought there would be more of that action. But then for the odyssey that it is and just the journey of this character, it's fine. I wouldn't say that this is one of my best films of this year. I personally still prefer, if you're talking about epic films in this kind of nature, I prefer Labake Olododo to this film. So if I have to give you a recommendation of one you can watch that's currently streaming, Labake Olododo is what I will go with. Anyways, until the next movie that I watch and the next video that you see me in, have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.